I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me.
Hi folks, welcome to Music Elements Online. I'm very happy that you've been able to join the course. I hope by now everyone has had at least an opportunity to look at our e-learning site and have explored it a little bit, maybe looked at the syllabus and so forth to see what is expected of you in this course. For this introductory video, I'd like to talk a little bit about what the course is and what you're going to be doing. My name is Dr. Tim Hendrickson. You can call me Dr. H, everybody does. And in addition to teaching music elements, I also am the director of choral activities here at Delta College. So if you are interested in choral singing, if you sang in choir in high school, or perhaps you sing in a community chorus, and you'd like to further your choral experience, we'd love to have you. So shoot me an email. As for music elements, this is basically a music theory course. It's an elementary music theory course, or let's call it an entry-level music theory course. And by that I mean music theory is sort of the mechanics of music. We learn how music is put together from the standpoint of composition. You're going to learn some compositional tools, as a matter of fact, how to place notes on the staff, what notes are, scales, key signatures, note values, rhythms, things of that nature. So this course is designed to walk you through these various music elements, such as melody, rhythm, harmony, and so forth. So if you were a little bit concerned about it, you needn't be. It's actually a pretty straightforward course. However, I must caution you, if you thought that this was an easy course because it's music, you might be a bit surprised. There's actually quite a bit of complexity to it as well. Don't be afraid. I'm going to be here with you as much as possible, so let's press forward. The course is designed to follow an online text. There is no physical textbook that we're going to be looking at. It's an online text. And so that's one of the first things you should do is to purchase our online text. The text is called On Music Fundamentals, and it is the third edition that you're going to want to look for. And there's a link for this on our e-learning site, and I did send everyone the same link in an earlier email. If you did not receive that email, please get in touch with me as soon as possible. So once again, that's the very first thing you should do, is to get your online text. The sooner you can do that, the sooner you can begin to complete the assignments. All of the assignments, worksheets, practice worksheets, and the quizzes and the exams are all found on our online text. So get that text, and then once you've purchased, and actually you're not purchasing the text, you're purchasing an access code. Once you've purchased the access code, and you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can go to the bookstore and purchase it at Delta's bookstore, or you can go directly to the publisher and purchase it from them. And again, I sent these instructions to you by way of an email earlier. I will also post these instructions on our e-learning site, so you can find them there as well. Once you have purchased the access code, next step is to register the access code. Now this might be a little bit tricky. You're going to need to make certain that you register the proper section. So for example, you are probably in either MUS 100, Elements of Music, WN 810 or WN 820. So you want to make sure to find out which section you're in. If you're in doubt, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to let you know. and make sure that you register that access code for the proper section. There are subtle differences, not many, but it's going to help with your grading, for example. So please, please make certain when you register that access code that you do so for the proper section of this course. Now, a couple of things to consider with respect to e-learning. E-learning is not where the online text is. There's two different sites, okay? E-learning is where we see the assignments that are all laid out, but the actual assignments are on your online text. So when you get to e-learning, there are links to the online text for each of these sections. As you can see here, all you got to do is click on the link. It will take you directly to the login site for the textbook, and you simply log in. I apologize, you have to log into two different sites, but you know how the world is today, security and so forth. It's just something that you have to do. But anyway, by clicking on that link, you are literally completing an assignment. That is showing me that you have checked out the link and that you are, working towards completion of that assignment. Now, the online text has will tell me when you've logged on, so I'll know when you've completed an assignment. There are 7 sections to the course. Each section has its own link, but you don't have to go through the e-learning to get to the online text. You can just follow the link to the online text. If you prefer to do it that way, that's okay. But it's helpful if you go to each of these sections and just to check out the description. Also, that is showing me that you've looked at it and that you are working on completion of that assignment. Having said that, let me make one point very clear. It isn't necessary that you do the assignments 100% correct. Let me say that again. It isn't necessary that you do the assignments 100% correctly. You just have to do them. By assignments, I'm talking about the practice worksheets and the worksheets and the quizzes. Those are things that you're going to need to do. Don't think that you can skip over these things because they are important. So please, just do them. If you're having difficulty, I will know because I'll be monitoring your progress. And if I see that you are struggling in an area, I will send you an email and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's find out what's going on, and perhaps I can give you a hand. Worst case scenario, you can even do a one-on-one face-to-face with me in my office on campus, or we can actually work out a Skype session or something along those lines to help you out if it gets to that point. I doubt that it will. The exams, of course, you're going to want to do well on as best as you can, but please understand, I do not grade on test scores and quiz scores and exam scores alone. I grade on participation. If you show me that you're trying to complete the assignments, if you're trying to do everything as best you can, that's what counts to me. So please make every effort to log on, view these assignments, take part in them, try your best. If it's a case where you're really, really struggling and you really need help, obviously, the best thing you can do is email me. So please make use of those assignments and make use of the fact that you can email me if you need help. The third chunk of this is the discussion topics. In addition to the online text, in e-learning, there are discussion topics that I would like for you to follow. So you're going to subscribe to the discussion topics. The first one is the introductions, where you tell us about yourself a little bit, and you comment briefly on your classmates' introductions. That's all you have to do, but remember, you do have to subscribe to those topics. Once you have done that, there'll be a couple of other discussion topics as we go along. These are also assignments. These are necessary. These are things that you're going to want to complete in order to do well in the course. Now, having said all that, let me make something perfectly clear. I'm probably one of the most laid-back professors you're ever going to have. I'm very easygoing. However, I have limits, so please don't test me on this. Do the assignments, log on, do the discussion topics. If you have difficulty, then get in touch with me. This is showing me that you are participating in the course. That's a big, big key for me. If you're trying, that's all I ask. You don't have to be an impresario. You don't have to be a music virtuoso. You do need to try, though. There are a couple of other fun things that you're going to be able to do. As you see here, there is a virtual keyboard that will be on your online text. Play around with it all you want. There's also a link on e-learning that's entitled Useful Links and Other Information, and go to this link. You will see there are some sites that you can visit. These are supplemental tools, useful tools that you can use to help you pass the course and be successful in the course. You don't have to do this, but they're there for your use. In addition to the online text, there is a course pack. You don't need to go to the bookstore and buy this course pack unless you just want to have that one. I will place the PDF version of this on our e-learning site, and you can download it whenever you want. Or you don't even have to download it. You can just look at it. If you want to print a physical copy of it, by all means, go for it. This is just, again, a supplement to what you're going to be learning in your online text. Nothing major, nothing different. And it might help clarify some of the things that some of the concepts and elements that you're learning and maybe having difficulty grasping. You'll notice that each section of the online text contains a video that talks about what the section is about. I encourage you to watch those. They're very brief, and they do offer some very good explanations. Something else that may be of use for you is one of the external links that I will provide in that tab I was mentioning just a bit ago, an e-learning. It's musictheory.net, and musictheory.net contains everything that we're going to be talking about in this class and much, much more. So I encourage you to explore it and check it out. Another helpful tool for some, it may not be for you, but a helpful tool for some is MuseScore, MuseScore, and this is a music composition software. So it enables you to place notes on the music staff. So it's free. You can download it and play around with it, and sometimes having one more medium, one more device to work with kind of helps solidify and perhaps clarify some of these music elements and concepts that you're going to be learning. As always, if you have any difficulties, if there's any questions you have, anything that you're unsure about, please get in touch with me, shoot me an email. I can't stress that enough. I am available. The only time, as I said in earlier emails, and this is also in the syllabus, I do not respond to emails on the weekends. Friday, 5 p.m. is the limit. If I get your email before 5 p.m., you'll hear from me within 24 to 48 hours. But if you email me after 5 p.m., you're not going to hear from me until the following Monday. So please, make use of the time. Now, a little bit about online courses. If this is the first time you've taken an online course, it can be a little bit intimidating because you don't really know what to do. You don't really know how to make things work. So I encourage you, again, to explore our e-learning site. There's a couple of things also to note about doing an online course. I mean, the reason we do these is so that we don't have to physically go into a class. We can do the assignments, readings, whatever, on our own time. That's a great thing, but it can also be a difficult thing if you don't keep after it. I encourage you to develop some type of schedule where you're regularly checking online to do these assignments, even if it's just one day a week. so that you don't get behind. It's super easy to let this go because you're not having to go to class. You're just, you're checking online, and it can be very easy to just ignore it. So I encourage you, please take the time, make yourself a little schedule, even if it's a random one or even if it's a new one every single week, so that you are consistently doing these assignments. I will notice if you are not participating, and I will shoot you an email and say, hey, haven't seen you online in a while, what's going on? So I encourage you, utilize the fact that you can do this whenever you want, any time of day or night, but you do need to do it, and it is very easy to forget about it. So I encourage you to set yourselves reminders to log on, take a look at the assignments, and complete the assignments. Okay, I think that covers just about everything for the course. Again, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. I think you will enjoy it. Play around with it. That's a big key. Have fun with it. Don't let it become too daunting. If you get to a certain point and you feel overwhelmed, that's the time that you need to email me and say, hey, I'm covered over. I'm not sure what to do here. Can we talk about this? I'll be very happy to work with you all I can. Don't let things go like that for too long. It's not a good idea to wait until the midterm, for example, and then let me know that you're really struggling. Of course, I will be monitoring you, so I'll know if you're having some difficulties. About the midterm and the final, those are the two exams. You have a week to complete both of those. I should also mention there's plenty of time to complete these assignments. You can tell by the schedule when the due dates are. So you're going to have plenty of time to work on learning and reading and practicing, and that's why I say you do need to do all of the practice exams. I have set dates for each of these sections, and if you complete a section way in advance, great, wonderful, but you're not going to be able to start on the next section until it's open. I do this on purpose. This is so we can all stay at the same pace. You can complete the assignments at your own pace, but everyone needs to be on the same page when we're working in the different sections. So you're not going to be able to go buzz through this and complete it early. You have to do it within the time frame that has been allotted. So if you have any questions about that, again, just shoot me an email. All right, I look forward to working with each of you and getting to know you online. Have a great semester.
Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing to